I'm almost lost for words, but the Geordies are back in the Champions League after 20 years. The Leicester match vlog's coming up, Newcastle fans, so make sure you fucking stick around. Oh my God, Newcastle fans, welcome back to another video. And it's a nervy one. My God, I've talked on a couple of videos this season because we've been lucky enough to about being involved in big occasions, cup quarterfinals, cup semi-finals, finals, big games against Arsenal for the top four and Man United, and they don't come much bigger than this one. I've kind of been spending the last couple of 2 or 3 hours reflecting on what tonight could potentially mean, and you almost end up daydreaming about that full-time whistle and what could happen on that full-time whistle and how much it means. It's absolutely huge. I mean, I was lucky enough to remember the last time we were in the Champions League 20 years ago. I've made a video across all my other social media about it today, which is kind of giving myself goosebumps. Bellamy in the last minute. Andy Griffin's winner against Juventus at St. James Park in the 1-0 win when we had to wear our away top. So many amazing memories. And to think that this team, with the money that we have that we could throw behind us ourselves in the summer, could be playing Champions League football tonight, confirmed, is absolutely incredible. And I'm emotional talking about it. I'm not going to get emotional because I'm not even at the stadium yet. I'm going to get over to St. James's Park, sink a few pints, and hopefully on this match vlog we will be talking about one of the most historic moments. And this is why I like doing match vlogs, because I can look back on this video if all goes well tonight, and I'll always have it as a memory on my YouTube, and that's amazing. So let's get over there. I'm going to meet up with my American friend again. He's at this game again, the same as he was on Thursday. Hopefully he's a good luck charm. Couple of pints, massively needed tonight, and hopefully this is the night that we will be talking about for years to come. How are the lads? How are the lads? Right, I'm joined by Hans again. Hans, you've been on the pints all day. We've just smashed probably too many pints in a short space of time. We're in Wonderbar, of course we are. Had to bring the American to Wonderbar. How are you feeling about tonight's game, Hans?
I feel very good about the game. You know, I think, I mean, the fucking lads are buzzing. Honestly. Sorry for the cussing, but yeah, I mean,
he's had a few to drink, mind. He has had a few to drink.
A little too many. Yeah. And I mean, it's we look so good recently. It's like, I mean,
are we clinching it tonight? That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
There we go. I'll tell you what, we've just got the teams out as well, so I may as well talk about that straight on the same video. Longstaff is in. I'm fucking buzzing. Joe Linton's fit. I'm fucking buzzing about that as well. Absolutely buzzing about that. Happy days. Longstaff has been such a miss. Eddie Howe's kept that quiet, mind, hasn't he? He's kept that very quiet. So Longstaff's in. Joe Linton's in. I'm looking at that team and I think we have to smash these. What's the score going to be?
2-0.
First scorer?
Isaac.
I'm going to go, looking at the team now, I'm going to go 4-0. I think we're going to absolutely pump them. We're going to start fast, put it to bed early, and then the rest of the game's just going to be fucking delightful. This feels surreal. The pints have helped with the exciting nerves, but we could be looking at Champions League football tonight. And this is only going to get more boozy, this match vlog, because, to be honest, the pints are going down fantastic. We're going to get up to the stadium now and fucking crack on. Happy days. Come on, the lads. Hans is doubling up on the Red Bulls. The Americans had too much to drink. Apparently, Madison and Barnes are both out of the Leicester team there on the bench. Fucking hell. I don't know why. Injury maybe, I'm not sure, but I'm fucking buzzing about it. Madison's probably already packed his bags for Newcastle, that's why. He's probably saying he doesn't want to play. Oh, listen to this. I'm fucking confident now. Come on, the boys. Half time, 0-0. Didn't really come out the traps like I thought we would, like we did against Brighton. But we haven't really created anything, but we've still had chances. We've hit the post, we've had one off the line. Leicester haven't caused us any problems at all. No Maddison and Barnes. I don't know what that is, whether they are trying to get a move to Newcastle. They've asked whether they don't want to play in this game, I don't know. But that's playing in our hands a little bit. The creativity of Maddison missing in their midfield. They've caused us nothing. Pope's had nothing to do. We haven't really created any chances, but we've still had one off the post, one off the line. We haven't, I don't know, as it stands right now, we are getting Champions League, which is a mad thought. It is. We are getting Champions League if it stays like this, 0-0. I do think we'll push on the second half. We've got options off the bench. Joe Linton didn't make the team. I didn't even know what was going on when I got into my seat. Elliot Anderson's come in, he's done a decent job. He has, but I'm assuming Joe Linton's pulled up in the warm-up, in the dressing room. I don't know, but that was a shock. So he hasn't actually started the game. Elliot Anderson's come in. We've done okay, like I say, but not really penetrated them enough to create any clear-cut chances. So we can only get better in that second half. I think Eddie Howe will be telling them, right, this Leicester team's caused us no problems, let's put it in the zone. I think Almiron's probably been our brightest player in that first half. Onwards and upwards. 45 minutes from Champions League football. The pints are flowing like crazy. God knows how many more beers I'll have if we do clinch it at the end of that full-time whistle. Come on the boys. 45 minutes to go. Away the fucking lads. come out the stadium after that lovely lap of honour, as is always the case on the last home game of the season. We've made Champions League, we've fucking done it. I'm joined by the two Marks. Sum that one up, gentlemen.
It's been a long time coming, 20 years. I remember the last time, 20 years.
I'm just about old enough to remember the last time.
So they're well ahead of schedule. Well ahead of schedule.
And yourself, sir?
Just did what we needed to do, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was a bit nervy the last 10 minutes, I think. Kind of Nick Pope pulls off an absolute worldie.
Yeah, he did.
With about
He did.
3 minutes to go. But yeah, absolutely buzzing. Just can't believe we actually did it. So amazing.
So, first thoughts for me. I'm not going to talk too much about the performance because, like I say, it was very much a get over the line job tonight, and I think the performance kind of reflected that a little bit. Yeah. Who is the team? I'm going to ask you this early. We've only just come out of the stadium. I'm going to ask you, who is the team that you would like to see come to St. James's Park the most next season?
Any of the big boys. We'll have the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, the Bayern Munichs, the PSG.
Just thinking about it, it's
just to bloody their noses would be fantastic.
just to hear the music. Who's yours, mate?
I'm going to say Dortmund because I'd probably rather go there as well.
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. And obviously difficult one tonight with regards to the match itself, which almost seems irrelevant now that we've qualified for the Champions League. Who was your man of the match tonight? If there was one, I know it's a difficult question, that.
Nick Pope for that last save.
Yeah, I would say Nick Pope.
Yeah, because I think at that moment he made that save, that's sending us to Chelsea needing something, and that would have been, oh God, that would have been horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah, no, agreed. I think Nick Pope there. Longstaff had a decent game as well, the first game back after quite a few injured, but yeah, Nick Pope.
And obviously for me, this is the last time I'm going to be speaking to fans outside St. James's Park. Sum up, this is another hard one, sum up the season in, I won't say one word, I'm not that harsh, 3 words. Go on, 3 words the season.
Beyond expectations.
Ooh, right, you didn't need 3.
No,
Need 3.
beyond expectations.
There's kids behind, so we say absolutely bloody brilliant.
Very polite, very polite.
Might have used a different term this season.
Thank you very much for speaking to me, gentlemen. Right, I'm joined by these fine 2 gentlemen just here, and before we get into any talk about the match or Champions League, we're joined by this ball which I saw was bopped around a lot in that game. So is that a collector's item for you?
Yep.
Taking that one home with you?
Yep.
Yeah. Right, so, gentlemen, I'm just going to dive straight in with the question. We've qualified for the Champions League. What big team from Europe do you guys want to see come to St. James's Park next season?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. And
So for me, it's not really about them coming to St. James's Park. It's going away to Borussia Dortmund.
are you going to be there at Dortmund?
Yeah.
Staring on that big wall?
Yeah.
Is your dad promised you he'll take you to Dortmund if you get there?
Yeah.
Right. You want to make sure he has that in writing for you. Right, so great point, that's all we needed tonight. Who were your man of the matches tonight?
I'm going to say Trippier.
Trippier? Yeah. And
For me, Isak, because I think we were a bit dull at times, but when we really needed a bright spark, he really shone.
yeah. And what I'm going to finish on is sum up the season, this amazing season that we've been on, you two fine gentlemen, in one sentence. Go on, tell me one sentence to sum up this season.
It's been a pleasure for all the players.
There you go, yeah, and
Brilliant, amazing, and can't wait to be in the Champions League.
happy days. And between yous, I'm going to get yous to start a chant for me. Your favourite chant, go on, I'll let yous do a line each. What's your favourite chant and what yous going to do together for me? Go on. Make it loud, man. You've got to make it loud. We've just qualified for the Champions League.
Go on then. E-I-E-I-E-I-O.
Up the Premier, go on.
Up the Premier League we go. When we get to Europe, this is what we say. We are Geordies.
Super Geordies. Go on, finish it. Eddie is our...
Eddie is our king.
There we go. Thank you very much for speaking to me, gentlemen. Right, I'm joined by Ryan just outside the stadium. We can still hear the fans singing loud in the street. Ryan, we've made the Champions League, that's all that mattered. The performance wasn't great tonight, but who gives an S-H-I-T. I'm keeping that one polite. I don't normally. First question for me, as I've said to everyone tonight, what team you want next season to come to St. James Park more than any other in the Champions League?
Whoever we can buy.
No, what team do you want to come to St. James in the Champions League?
Right.
Which one tickles your fancy the most?
Bring Real.
It's got to be Real Madrid, hasn't it? Benzema sampling Greg's pasties in the big market before he gets to the game. Wasn't the best of games, but I don't think anyone cared because we only had to get a point. We got a point. What did you think of the match itself?
I thought we dominated a lot more than the score shows. I think Leicester played well enough to keep us away from them, but obviously that was just because they kept everyone back. But I'm still proud of them all. Like, it's crazy how we've come so far.
This time last year when we played Arsenal our last home game, we were happy to avoid relegation. This time round we've just secured Champions League football. It's absolutely insane. I'm just talking about it's getting me a bit emotional. Man of the match tonight. I know it's a difficult question because it wasn't Leicester put every man behind the ball. We huffed and we puffed, but we couldn't get over the line. Who was your man of the match?
It's a tough one. I think Trippier and Miggy done well trying to get chances, but I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
It's a tough one.
I'd have to say Trippier just for the amount of chances he tried to make, and
set pieces.
I couldn't do much else really, unfortunately.
And right, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here, man. I am. Sum up the season. This is the last time I'm going to get a chance to speak to home fans. Sum up the season in one. I'm not going to say one word, one sentence. Which is, I mean, I know it's been a dream. Sum it up in one sentence.
Absolutely effing brilliant.
You can say the unfiltered version. I won't tell anyone. Go on.
My dad's over there. Can I say
His dad's over there. Well done. That'll do, mate. Thank you very much. What did you think of the game itself?
Well, Leicester, they did put every man. I'd love to see the
Literally.
possession stats.
Oh,
I'd love
crazy.
to see them.
Crazy.
It must be 90%. It just seemed one of those nights the ball wouldn't go in.
Yeah. We didn't create any massive clear-cut chances, did we, really?
No.
Didn't test the goalkeeper that much.
No, maybe not, but it did just seem one of those nights.
And yourself, what did you think of that? What did you think of that one, Ben?
We did have a couple of chances that we probably should have put away, but Leicester's defence counter-attack was pretty good.
Yeah. And generally speaking, like I say, the result was the main thing. That's all we care about. That's why the singing is still going on in the street. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here because this is the last chance I've got to talk to home fans of this season. Sum up this crazy year in one sentence. This crazy season, and I am putting you on the spot a little bit there.
A Liverpool supporter converted.
Oh, right, that's an interesting story, right. Converted how long then? Have you just decided that, do you know what?
Basically at the start of the season.
Happy days. I tell you what, you get converted young, you are now going to be hooked. No, it's absolutely amazing to see. I can see the happiness in your faces. That's what I love to see. What I'm going to ask you is to finish with, the pair of yous, start a chant. Go on, we've just qualified for the Champions League. Start a chant.
Geordie boys, Champions League.
Geordie boys, Champions League.
Louder, Geordie boys, Champions League. Geordie boys,
Champions League.
I don't know where to start, but what I am going to start with is the Geordie boys are in the Champions League, and I'm a little bit lost for words on this one. I'm processing what's going on. I'm processing the fact that we are now in the top competition in Europe. I'm processing the fact that for most of my life I've watched Newcastle struggle in relegation and just survive, and just no one's wanted to go to matches, nobody's wanted to go to the pub early. It's just been a case of tolerating football, not football being the weekend that you look forward to. And last season was amazing. It was amazing. And a year on, that Arsenal game last season with the flags display was just a celebration of survival and a celebration of what was potentially coming. You know, we knew we had hope at that point, money, investment. We knew better times on the horizon. But fast forward a year, and we are in the Champions fucking League. And I'm sorry, Black and White Banter subscribers. I am, anyone watching this video, I'm struggling for words. It means a hell of a lot. I've just spoken to fans telling me what team they'd like to see. Benzema's going to be in the big market. Lewandowski's going to be on the quayside. It's a difficult one to put into words. The match tonight, well, I feel like it's irrelevant. Was the match really relevant tonight? The scoreline was relevant. We got over the line. It wasn't the best of performances tonight by any means. Leicester, you know, I'll very quickly touch on the game whilst I try and process everything. I mean, I'm desperate for another pint. I've had too many tonight, so I'm just going to acknowledge that now. Leicester put every man behind the ball, so they've clearly had a game plan tonight to try and get a point and then focus on that last game, which obviously, the way the table is, they can go above Everton if they win and Everton lose. Risky strategy in my opinion, but they did that, and maybe this Newcastle team has to get used to teams doing what Leicester did, because I've never seen a team camp as many men behind the ball as what Leicester did tonight. Leeds have done it, no, lots of teams have done it. Fortress St. James has become that place, but we struggled a little bit to create chances. Goalkeeper didn't have very much to do. We struggled to create clear-cut chances, but we still could have scored. The post has been hit. We've had one off the line from Wilson. But I want to give an honourable shout-out tonight to Nick Pope. That save in the last 5 minutes, that was the difference between us going to Chelsea on what would have been the most nerve-wracking last game of the season I could ever imagine, and not. And he's sorted us out. That was an amazing save when Leicester had done nothing the whole game, and he sorted us out. He's been nothing but safe as houses all season. That lap of honour at the end was emotional because we've sang in every single player. Everybody stayed in the stadium, very similar to last season. And we are now in the Football in the League, and this means so much to this football club because the last time we played in this competition was under Sir Bobby Robson. And I'm lucky enough to remember Sir Bobby Robson, an amazing man, amazing manager, and he said that day, it's not beyond our wildest dreams, because we did have wild dreams, and this team has allowed us to have wild dreams about what we can achieve with this squad, with this manager, with this new ownership, and we've got and we've done it, and it's absolutely incredible. And what this does for us from a financial point of view, I'll probably talk about in a different video. That's not for tonight. Tonight is for every single Newcastle fan who has stood by this football club through the thick and the thin. And I'm not even going to talk too much about the game tonight, because you know what, I want to get to the pub, but also because it wasn't fucking important. What was important was securing Champions League football. I'm just going to say that again. Newcastle United are in the Champions League. The Champions League. Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, storming up at the big market with police around them, their fans, whilst we have the Champions League anthem booming out with Dan Burns standing, soaking it all in with war flags, making it intoxicating for the away fans of these teams. It's nothing short of fucking incredible. And I tell you what, I absolutely love this football club until the day I die. There's more videos coming, Newcastle fans, when I can properly process this. But for tonight, I just want to sign off by saying Eddie Howe's Mags are playing in the fucking Champions League next season. The Champions League. If you've liked this video, Newcastle fans, whack that subscribe, whack that like. But to be totally honest with you tonight, I don't care. I do these videos because I enjoy making content on my football club that I love so much. So I'm going to sign off on that one. I'm going to go and smash a pint in the Strawberry, if you can see it behind us, and I'll see you on the next video. And don't forget, when you wake up in the morning, we are in the Champions League. Away the fucking lads!